Hey guys, welcome to Meet the Shoe podcast. And I'm Sade.
I'm Nina.
So we have a lovely guest, Ebony, but right now we're gonna talk about the Invest Fest. Girl, I hate we missed that Invest Fest. I know it went down. It was
Yeah.
so many people there. It was a lot of information, a lot of business, a lot of linking, a lot of networking, celebrities. It was just lit.
Yeah, it was this year was bigger than it's ever been. I think this is the third
Yes.
year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on the first year they had 2,000, and then it grew each time, but now this year is really big, right?
Right.
Um they had all of the people that we've met previously in our podcast masterminds, right? The him
Yes.
500, Neo, Rashad and Troy of
Mm-hmm.
Earn Your
Yeah.
Leisure.
Yeah.
That's who gives it, right? This
Yes.
year was the first year that I found out that Steve Harvey is one of major investors in it, right? He's like
Yeah.
behind the backing and the creativity of InvestFest for our people, right?
Oh wow.
Bringing our dollars together, building
Hmm.
generational wealth. And one thing that I seen a girl. I was gonna mention her name to you. I know her through a friend of mine. She's a beautician. She's
Hmm.
down. She's from Minnesota. Grew up in Minnesota. Moved to Atlanta. Been in Atlanta a long time.
Okay.
Got a shop down there. So it was good to see her. Um, she was a vendor for InvestFest.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's called B. She's also in like behind the scenes in film production,
Okay.
and she was saying that she was looking for um a business coach. And when she said that she was looking for a business coach, I was like, "Oh, I had somebody for you. I referred Donnie Wiggins to her."
Oh yes.
And she
Hmm.
was like, "Thank you." So hers is called Beehive Beauty Club.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
I follow her on her other page, but she doesn't have any she was going through a transformation with her hair.
okay.
And she is a beautician, and so now I'm seeing that I didn't know anything about her products before, but when I saw her at the Invest Fest and she was saying that she needed a
A business
business
coach.
coach, I told her about Donnie
Oh,
Wiggins.
that was nice. That'll help her catapult to the next level. And
Yeah.
that was that's it's always interesting to see somebody else. Although you at a certain level, that you always in every level you want a coach. You want somebody that's higher than you that's gonna mentor you into success, so you could avoid the pitfalls of some failure. So that's a good thing. She reached out like that because it's
Yeah,
nothing
she
like
said
having
she said
somebody to
she
help
said
you.
the two goals that she had for InvestFest was get comfortable networking, which that's always important because we're always um uncomfortable
Right,
when it
especially
comes
when you meet new
to
people a lot of times.
yes, yes, and then meet a few potential candidates to hire as my new business coach. So that's why she wanted to. That's why she was looking for a business coach. So
Nice, nice.
she
And
looks like she sells it looks like some kind of drops because she was having hair issues. That's
oh, okay, okay.
seeing on her page. So
Okay.
looks like that. But I mean, a lot of people, like 19 Keys, a lot of people. I seen somebody saying that they were rushing to meet him, which
Oh yeah.
most of his teaching seems to be more of like spirituality
Okay.
content,
Okay.
positive content to put
Mhm.
out,
Mhm.
tapping back into your inner self and bringing uh just positive light to your
Okay.
surroundings altogether.
Okay. And I heard Steve Harvey and a couple people were backing a young man. He's from Chicago. He's 16 years old. He has
Okay.
a jewelry store downtown Chicago, which we need to go and see his work and support him. 16 years old.
Okay. What kind of jewelry does he
He
have?
makes jewelry, the everything the celebrities wear. That's
Okay.
what he does,
Okay.
and a lot of them bought pieces from him. So
Wow.
that was a nice. And I'm like 16, and you already making your own jewelry. That's a
Okay.
big
So
deal.
what do you know his name?
I would have to get the name again. It slipped my mind, but I just thought about him being there at a young age as a young entrepreneur. So I'm like,
It was a female that I seen. I went to his page to him 500, right?
uh huh.
Female he tells her name is Lonely Sin, I think. Let me see.
Hmm.
She has 16,000 followers, and she has luxury custom shoe pendants,
Oh,
right? And she's from Seattle, Washington.
okay,
And so she sold one to Dwayne Wade. She saw him 500,
okay,
and when she saw him 500, she ran up on him and was like, I sold some to Dwayne Wade. And, he was like, I'm interested. She was
okay.
like, okay, well, he was like, here, put my number in your phone. She's like, hold on, let me get my picture. He said, what?
Uh
He said, what?
uh huh.
You want a picture over my number?
Right.
That
I
was
think
just, and I can understand that situation. Hey, you've been caught up in the moment before, right? You've
right.
been caught up in
Yes.
the moment before, Ebony. So it's like, when you're in these situations, and it's like you always got to stay humble.
Yeah,
First
you
of all,
do.
let's start there, because when the arrogance step in, you lose everybody.
But you know what? By her being young,
That
and
that's no excuse. That's no
I
excuse. Right?
know,
You
but you know
can't
what?
make no excuse for nobody. Never
I
make excuses for arrogance. You gotta
yeah,
always remember your surroundings. What you go there for?
exactly. But
What you
you
go
know, everybody figure pictures is everything.
right, right. She wanted to prove, right?
Prove a point to social media.
That's right. That was the first thing, Sade, when he said
I
that to
would say,
her.
give me your number. Hey, give me your number. Show
Right,
it. You know what I'm saying? Like we
right.
got
She wants a picture
remember we
later.
got Judy's number. She
Yes,
got her number. I already got
yes.
your Instagram and picture. We don't need no picture. Give me your number.
Right. Give me your
So
number. Sure did. That's what I'm saying. And it's like, all it's showing you is that you're just as important as the next person. You
mm-hmm.
just got to get in there and do it.
Yeah.
Like, we were listening to Wallow this morning, right? And Ebony kept saying, go back, go back. That was this morning or last night, I don't know, but
Uh-huh.
saying, go back to, his stuff that he's saying, motivated. She wanted to hear when he
Over
was saying,
again.
it don't
Repetition.
matter where you at and how
No.
you said you was going to do it. Just start over. Just
Just
start
start
now.
over.
Just
Yep.
get it done, right?
Keep going till you get it done.
Man, and he said, and what I love, I be going through his catalog and I be listening. He's like, don't nobody know how they didn't nobody had no plan. Didn't know
No.
it's so many people that ain't even supposed to be there, and they just got there because they was there.
Yeah.
They presented themselves in that opportunity in that moment, right?
Yeah.
In that moment, and so it's like it's just reminding you, it's just get up and do something. You don't have
Yes.
to have the money. You weren't about the wrong thing. Just get in there and do something.
And do
Um,
something.
we were I was telling Ebony that last year our Invest Fest was the Black Equity Con, right?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
the
That
year
was.
prior to that, when we met majority of the people that are like have excelled, the Him 500 and the Neos and all them, the
Hmm.
ones that have, blown up. Before that, it was the podcast mastermind. Remember, that was our
Right.
very
To
first
yeah.
podcast mastermind. Then we went to the
In
Black
econ,
Equity.
black equity con. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this year we haven't made it to anything. We will before the year is out.
Hmm.
The Invest Fest, though, just so people know, our very first trying stumble upon what we spent 3,000, right?
Yeah.
Just getting in the room
Yeah.
amongst millionaires, right?
Yeah.
And then our Black Equity Con, it was more on the 7,000.
Yeah.
It was like double that. So each time we know that it goes up.
Yeah.
Also, We're
You
in
met
a
some good
room full of
people.
more money.
Yeah. You
You're in
met
a
some
bigger
good people.
room with
Hmm.
more money, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
People got to
So
understand there's levels. You got to pay to get where you're going. Most of the time, you got to pay to get where you want to be at. And if you
right.
want to be with the money, you got to pay to be with the money.
Right, exactly. And the thing that I do like, that I do respect, that all of the investors did at the big names,
Hmm.
they take their time and they try their best to make it to every booth. And if
Yes,
they
they
don't
did.
make it to each booth,
Hmm.
they send their people to the booth to
Yes.
purchase.
Hmm.
So
Oh
they're
yeah.
leaving with something, and
Something.
even with something from everybody.
Hmm.
If it's 100 vendors there, they're touching every table. They're
Yeah, they
purchasing
are.
from every table. So it's
Hmm.
always a blessing to be just in the room anyway, because
Hmm.
your stuff got in the hands of someone that is a millionaire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They take the time, they do take the time to go walk around
Yes, they do.
and shake a hand, meet a friend.
Hmm. Hmm.
Right.
Yes. So Steve Harvey did get on stage, right,
Right. Right.
at the Invest Fest,
Right.
and profess that him and his wife is still together.
Right.
They still love each other. Ain't
Mhm.
nothing going on. But we hear rumors about her cheating.
Right.
Now,
And she made a did you see what she said?
no.
So she took a lighter note of, I'm not gonna go into reading it, but she took a lighter note on saying that, being that her and her husband is in the public eye, she's not used to answering questions or addressing these issues, but they love each other and they're still together, right? And
Right.
there's nothing going on. So one thing that triggered me about the story, I don't know if anything's going on. None of us do, right?
Hmm.
Um, I didn't see a divorce papers. You know how, like, with Ray J and
Yeah.
Kanye West and them, just all these different people, that
Hmm.
celebrities, when they divorce, you see that paper.
Yeah, you do.
You will see a separation paper. You
Hmm.
will see a divorce paper.
Yes, ma'am.
You will see some type of evidence, or the person will come out and say, in some way, will get caught and say that that's what is going on, right?
Right.
So I don't know, what's going on in their situation. I just know that they're extremely, what should I say, like, big in
Right.
every community, because they're well known. Family Feud,
Right.
Steve Harvey show, and then him
Hmm.
being a comedian, da da da. Now with the Margie, her ex husband, coming
Oh,
out with the book, right? And he's talking about Steve Harvey really bad,
really?
and he's stating that how bad she talked about his lips and how she didn't like him, and she said that he wasn't attractive, and this. But from what the research me and Ebony done earlier,
Uh
is that
huh.
we found out that she dated Steve Harvey when he was in the world, like, heavy, like he was cheating on her. He was playing her. He liked her, but he was playing her
Oh,
because he still was dealing with the ex-wives, and
yeah,
then
he
probably
was.
plenty of other women. So
Yeah,
they were
exactly.
temporary. This is what Margie said. She said they tapped in a little bit. They dated a little bit.
Yeah, just a
They
little
broke
bit
up
for
and disappeared on her. He
about
did
4 years.
1-2 on her, like, we think, because we're considered, I guess, regular, because we ain't on the TV, right?
Right.
And we ain't on the internet. We done been played or been through stuff with men and think that she
Yes.
didn't because she cute.
Everybody.
She said no. He played games with her and he disappeared. He
Yeah.
fell out the way, everything. She couldn't find him, right?
Right.
Then he doubled back. And when she doubled, now then I didn't hear the rest of her story when he came back to her from her. From him, he said, when he upon him returning back to Margie, she ain't play the ultimatum. She just let him know, like, nigga, I ain't playing. This ain't finna go down. And I
Right.
ain't finna be number 4, 5, and 6. And you can play that disappearing act again. He said she went hard. He said she went hard
Okay.
on him when he tried to get her back. So Ebony, what you say about what he had to do when he disappeared?
Oh yeah, he was saying he had to step back so that he can get his money right. Basically, is what he said.
So
So
you
he
think
wasn't financially, ready to take care of her. She
Right. I
kept.
can understand that.
Y'all got to keep in mind she's a kept woman.
Right. She is a
and
kept.
explain to the audience what's a kept woman?
Somebody that men take care of. Like I mean, she went from dope man to dope man, and love hood niggas allegedly. She's from Memphis. What's out there? Only dated
Right.
street niggas. So yeah, he had to come with her with some paper.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. She was a beautiful woman. She dressed nice. Always dressed nice. Like
Right,
it.
Right, right. She's
right.
a stylist,
Yeah.
designer or whatever. Yeah.
She built
So
him. She played Build a Bear with him. So
yeah.
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 Every time
Yeah.
they stepped out, they were sharp as hell. So
Oh yeah. She
yeah,
will dress. She dressed him very
right.
well. She dresses him.
Definitely
So,
dressed for success.
Yeah.
right.
So with the allegations of the bodyguard, Ebony brought to my attention. Tell the audience about the
What you
body.
think? What you think about the bodyguard?
So allegedly, she was dating the bodyguard first. Like when she met him at the concert or the comedy show in Memphis, the bodyguard's the one who got her in and stuff.
About 20 years ago.
About 20, she was dating his bodyguard. Yeah,
I can imagine that.
yeah. And
I
he's
can.
the one allegedly that suggested that they get married, that he marry her. So I don't know what type of stuff was going on. And allegedly, he's also the chef. So he let the bodyguard
His bodyguard and the cook.
and the chef. No, the bodyguard they're the same guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He doing both,
Yeah,
cooking and
yeah. You
taking
gotta
care of the
modify
body.
it like that.
Look, taking care of the
Wow.
body and cooking.
Oh God, y'all.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay, so I have a question for both you ladies, right? We wanted Ebony, been wanting Ebony on the show because she has great information how the rise and what I don't know if I should say fall. I don't know if it's fall, but I would say rise and miscommunication when it comes
Right.
to marriage, right?
Yeah.
Long, lengthy relationship, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
I'll say on the outside looking in because being a friend of the two people, this being my best friend and the her husband, me being a good friend with him, and
Right.
um them being in a relationship since we were teenagers, right?
Right.
It gets a little, tricky because this is the person on the outside looking in. This is her husband, her ex-husband, and then this is the only person that she shares kids with, right?
Right.
And
Exactly.
then
And he should be loved.
and he and
And he didn't want
he
no kids. No.
right,
I
right,
didn't.
right, right. And so being the person on the outside looking in, the friends and the family of the flagship relationship,
Mhm.
we would say, because they've been together
A
since
long time.
high school, teenage,
Right.
young adults, right? And then everyone is in like, oh my God. Oh, did you see? Just being real, and then they break apart.
Right.
So it's like she is the one that was low key. She hasn't shown anything that she's done. So when you see the two, have their complaints of their breakup, it's private. They were
Exactly.
married, right? And
Mhm.
marriage gets extremely nasty and ugly. And then the loved ones are left like straddling a fence or
Yes.
having to pick a side. Both are saying, well, it ain't fair. And,
Yeah.
both are saying it isn't fair, right?
Right.
Then what does that do in the courtship of, family? Like Jay-Z said, it's no fun when the family feud. That's true. And
Mhm.
even outside of the kids, because that's really, really personal, has nothing to do with us, period. But
Right.
their relationship has a lot to do with the influence of their friends and their family, because like I said, everyone is looking at you like, well, dang, shoot, they've been together and they still rocking and they figuring it out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The question always remains is, how the in a marriage, you guys, because you're married, she was married, so till death do you part. When you guys when you guys say that, how does that feel inside? Because I'm a woman that's not ever gonna get married.
Okay.
I'm not. I don't see. And let me say why. There are a lot of men, and when I meet men, or just a lot of be outside, or even women, you so fine, girl. Why you ain't married? Why nobody ain't got you? All of that stuff, right? My thing is, I've been my whole life. Y'all have known me my whole life.
Right.
I'm in fear of the control. I can never allow somebody to take control. And it could be because I'm an only child from my mom,
Mm-hmm.
right? I cannot, I know, but I can't, I have a very hard problem of giving someone my control, trusting. I just don't, and
No.
it's not that I don't want a man to submit to. I want that. It's not that I don't want the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying I'm not getting married because of
The control.
the control. I couldn't do the control aspect of it. And
Mm-hmm.
when you're married, does that make it better? Is there some magical like sense come over your head or through your body? Or I mean, what is it? What's the point? Is my thing.
What's the point of
I
us
think marriage basically is first a financial marriage.
Oh, oh, okay,
Financial.
okay. It's
Both
financial.
of y'all are getting together to build something together.
Okay, all right.
Y'all want to, you make your money and you build and build and build until you're comfortable and living the life that you want to live.
Mhm.
My mom always said, don't marry for love, marry for,
Money.
what I'm saying? But
financial stable shit?
yeah, because when you're married, it's like you want to find somebody that's equally yoked like you,
Mhm.
spiritually, financially. You don't want to grab anybody that has a bad credit score. That's the first thing you want to check. You ain't got a credit score.
Right,
Credit, you know what I'm saying? Because when y'all married, your credit is his credit. His
right,
credit is your credit. If
right.
somebody washed up and messed
The
up,
one.
it's
That's
go, you know what
right.
I'm saying? It's gonna be messed up. So
Mhm.
that's a lot of times where problems happen in the marriage, mainly, unless another relationship, as far as cheating. You know what I'm saying? That happens. So
Right.
when you say till death do you part, sometimes the Bible says you gotta forgive and keep on forgiving and
Mhm.
forgiving and forgiving.
So, another question. What is a deal breaker when it comes to marriage as far as where you just can't see a vision of you and the person again? Like,
I think being like insubordinate, like a job.
okay,
You don't want to listen to your partner. You
right.
always arguing with your partner. It's always conflict. It
Oh,
ain't got to be about money. It ain't got y'all. It ain't got to be about love. It's just making you feel like a doormat.
You
okay.
might not like that person anymore. Back to what she was saying. You were saying financially, stable ship. So when I got married, I think I married for love, right?
Mhm.
That's
That's
why
that's
I
that's
married.
Yeah, I
that's
did too.
beautiful. No,
So no,
seriously.
no,
I
in a
did
real
too.
way, like I was so young, I didn't think about futuristics and planning and
No, you don't
you
when
just
we
jump
young.
in and you get married and
But our
jump,
parents didn't teach us that.
huh?
Our parents didn't teach us that. They taught us to be in love first. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So it became
But
different. How I
when they
learned.
got older, that's when they started realizing, oh, backtrack this mess.
But
Right,
see,
Love is out the question. That comes later.
right.
wait a minute, because see, I'm gonna go back because my grandmother. No, my grandmother. That's my granddaddy will tell me in a minute. Your grandma just married me to get up out of Memphis. She was trying to get up out of Tennessee. So back in the day, that is what our grandparents and somehow along with us 90s, 80s, and 70 babies, we got it like all mixed up and
Mixed up.
misconstrued and twisted. And again, like I said, like I fell in love with him, but I outgrew him. We were 17, been together since we were 17. So I mean, I'm not the same person as I was as 17 and as I am as 40 something. And so you outgrow that person, just like you said too. I can totally agree. Conflict. That all the conflict comes in because you don't like that person anymore. It's like, everything you do is like, like, so yeah, you arguing on everything.
I think it's in and out though. Everybody don't like their spouse here and there in different phases of life. Every so many years, you're like, oh, I can't stand him, or you go through so many
But you still
those things.
love them. You still,
Yeah,
when you fall out of love, that's when it's just like, and it's just over.
So
over.
What's the first?
What would make you?
What's the first sign of what made you feel like this is done? I can't do it. It's over. When did you check out?
I would say maybe I checked out when, I just started talking to other people. I was not interested anymore. I knew it was over because I've always, been a girl, high body count. So, if I can, talk to somebody else and get what I need from somebody else, it's over. He was stuck like back in the 90s. What? We in 2023. I'm not that girl. So everything he said was like, it took me for a loop. It was like he didn't grow and I grew. And
he treated you like the young Ebony. He was treating you like the young 21, 22-year-old Ebony.
That's not me. I'm so grown. Like, still want company at your house and still just. I'm so beyond that. Like, I'm so private. I don't even want no one to know where I stay.
Right.
And there's people in mine. That's like, wait a minute. To the point to where it's my kids look, because I kept my kids very sheltered. Bring no one to my house or nothing like that. My kids looking, calling me like, Mom, Dad got somebody in your house. Like, I'm like, okay. I totally changed. And again, some people just get stuck, and some people just aren't meant to come to that next level with you.
Right.
So till death do us part two. So I was like totally miserable. Gotta go.
So do you think that by you having separation, that's how you grew up? You are able to be outside and be here in the present world, to move with the world, and by him not being around, him being in, that he was stuck in that same spot that he left at when he left, the year that he left, when he left. So then when he comes out years later, and then you're futuristic and he's still back, do you think that had a lot to do with it as well?
I don't. I say, like, a lot of things that he did, okay, only child. Go back to the only child and the only child syndrome. He never protected me from his family. He got siblings, and he would just let them like walk all over him. They walking over him, they walking over me, and just like he didn't put me first. So that was like a red flag. Okay. And just I don't like when people lie. That's another red flag. I might have took it when I was a kid, younger, but as being grown as I am, it's like, why you gotta lie for? Who's gonna do you? You don't have to lie. You don't have to do none of that. It's just like, again, he was like very, very stuck. And you're talking about the fact that he was in incarceration. No, because he got out, and I was happy to see him. I was like, okay, well, let me try this.
Right.
Yeah, right. It wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me anymore. It was just like, and you could be mad loving with someone, when they get out high and just happy, but it just wasn't the same. It just wasn't
right.
So, and I don't think that was because I was left out. Life just happens.
Right.
Life happened to me. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it does.
What would your suggestion be to the younger girls that because there's so many younger girls that look at this white picket fence. There's some that look at that's the fairy tale that's told as a child in high school and whatever. Then there's some girls that they grew up in the house with mom and dad, and that's what they want. Then there's some girls that just fall in. Hey, just fall in and caught a bag. They just caught a lick right quick.
Right.
The big celebrity or the ball player or the investor or the entrepreneur snatched them up, got all the money, and boom, you come and they cuff them and come with me, and then you're put to do this assignment over here. What do you say as a woman that was married for how long?
20 years.
20 years. For you to be married 20 years to sustain. Now you sustain a prison bed. You sustain betrayal, lies, cheat, all of that. Everything that a woman can sustain up, down, rich, broke, all of that. You done sustained all of that. What would you suggestion would you give to the younger girls and the younger guys to excel just in life? Just
Right.
in life.
Just like love yourself first, and as Sade said, don't fall, don't marry for love. That's just it. That's don't marry for love.
Because love come later anyway. Once you're around somebody so long and they treat you right, whining, you know what I'm saying, dining you, you doing him vice versa, you're gonna be like, okay, I love this person in a special way. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would tell young ladies to, just like she said, know your worth, love yourself. Even guys, love yourself first. Because if you're happy within yourself, you're gonna exuberate that feeling out to everybody else or whoever you're dating. They're gonna be happy. You gotta be
Right.
happy within.
You really
Right.
do. You really do.
And what would be some of the things? Can you both describe? Give me an example of the happier times in your marriages, being as though you're still married and you're not. What would say a happy period? Seriously, that would keep a couple together, because that's what it's about, you
I
know.
think the happy times, we try and devote some type of time together because we always working. So we try and do something every week or something. Just me and him, even if it's sitting down eating, I cook and we eat dinner at the table together or go out of town. I love going out of town. So he already know that that's the highlight for me. Going to
Right.
somebody beach, oh, I'm the happiest wife ever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we
Right.
gotta find time for each other.
Okay. And what would you say, Ebony?
I would say like what kept me there, like in the happiest times. My children,
Yeah.
Okay.
my children,
So when
happiest.
you and the family was together, you,
Yeah,
him, and the kids was together.
yeah.
That
Even
was
that.
the
Just,
Yeah.
just as a family,
Yeah.
like everything. Like I'm very family oriented because I was the only child, because
uh
I am the only child.
mhm.
So like family is everything. So
hmm
just being around my family,
It is.
in the house, having a cocktail, eating,
Okay.
just being around my family.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? Being around people that care for you, that show up for you, even friends. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Y'all show up for me and I show up for y'all. And it's just really good that we all, y'all finna make me cry. That we all still
Oh,
friends.
Oh yeah, cause you've
oh.
been. Don't cry, Sade. Look, we're
You
giving
gonna
you a
make me cry.
right. We're giving you a virtual hug.
I know we've been friends since teenagers, and
Right.
Yes.
that's just the important part of life. You know what I'm saying? Being
Right.
around people that know you, you know them,
Right.
and embracing life, just having fun,
Right. Right.
be productive, being soundboards for each other like now,
Right. Right.
sorry. Ugh.
It's
It's
okay.
okay.
You got me back here tearing all
Right.
up, girl.
Right.
Yes.
So you say that and do you think that, if, let's say, hypothetically,
Uh-huh.
what is the no, not hypothetically, honestly, what is the balance in between a woman cheating, because these allegations is from her. Now we've heard
Right.
that Steve Harvey it has cheated, right?
Okay.
But we don't have like this guy. They saying that this guy's coming out with a book, right, Ebony? He's supposed to
Yeah,
be coming out with
allegedly.
allegedly coming out with information and
Uh
proof, pictures, and you know what is the comeback on a man cheating in the marriage? Because this ain't boyfriend girlfriend. Because I'm just be
oh,
honest with you, I'm the girl that if my man cheats on me, I cheat on him.
right.
Ain't no questions asked. I get the proof that he cheats. I'm peering. I'm gone, and I stick around until it just fizzles out.
Okay.
I'm not, other than that, if we gonna break up, cool. But if I find out that you cheat and I have proof, I have to actually have the proof now.
Right.
I'm gone. If you don't want to leave me alone, I'd be real bold enough to say, okay, well, I'm just gonna do me too. You did
Right.
you, I'm gonna do me too. So you
Yeah.
probably shouldn't want to be with me anymore,
Right.
right?
Right.
So
You can't be able
you guys, by y'all have been together, you've been with your husband about the same amount of time as her, right? So
Hmm.
with y'all having these lengthy relationships, how do you sustain the cheat and keep going? Like I
Right.
know internally, that's what I'm saying. That hurts, like
It does. It really
stab in the
does.
Take
chest.
it until you can't take it no more. Like all that builds up.
It do build up at the time.
It ain't going
It's
nothing.
like,
Just went on the in the back pocket for a minute.
Right.
But when you get like fed, all that stuff plays a part. Like
yeah, it does.
we're together still, but I said I forgave you, but who really gets over abandonment and betrayal? That's hard.
Right.
That's a
It's
hard
hard,
one.
and
All that
it
builds
does
up.
come up. It doesn't go away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Infidelity, it doesn't go because you think about it all the time. Be like, he did this and did that. You see the girl he messed with, be like, oh, that's the tramp he messed with or whatever. But
Right,
That's the
right,
bitch.
you know,
right, right, right.
so I mean, hey, I just pray about it and keep on going. That's all I can
Right,
say.
Yeah. Yeah, you tried. I tried. I tried, but
I
it was
tried.
a lie.
right.
It was a lie, so you know.
Oh
What
well.
is the conversation, y'all, with the that you have when they're trying to backpedal and say, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have did it. What? How does that work? Like, what is does it happen to where have you ever had it? I'll ask both of y'all. Have you ever had it to where your husband has came to you and said, "I did XYZ"?
Nope, not until you bust them.
Oh, so it's always when they get caught.
It's always when they get caught.
Good answer. Good
Yep.
answer.
Then they
Oh,
come back like, oh, I'm sorry. They're still trying to lie to the end though, until you come up with the proof. And be like, well, I'm sorry, and you know how that go.
You
I'm
okay.
gonna
hear it in
start
the
with I,
strong.
I, I
It wasn't
pew.
me.
It
It wasn't
wasn't
me.
me.
It
It wasn't
wasn't me.
me.
Call
Right.
me counter. It wasn't me. It
Wow.
wasn't never them. They gonna take it to the grave.
Oh, yeah, they will. Hmm. But yeah, so now you were talking about to get off the whole cheating thing. We're gonna get back with that when the book come out. But
Okay. Right.
MNDOC, the commissioner, let
Uh-huh.
one of our old friends out.
Right. Yep.
How did that? How did his process go? Did he talk about it?
Yeah, so he had wrote up him and his team. He had a team of attorneys.
Okay.
Plus his sister is an attorney.
Oh, nice.
Study law. I don't. I'm work for the probation officer in a probation
Okay.
in another state, right?
Okay.
Work for in law enforcement, with legal terms, like
Hmm.
work in that part of it, right?
Right.
His sister had did some time as well, had a really big case, and so she knew how to do case study, right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so she went and she got his family got including himself had got a team together. They wrote up paperwork to the I was told the commissioner.
So they petitioned the commissioner then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so being as though he had a lot of circumstances in the case that caused for him to get a second chance, right?
Okay.
A
Okay.
lot of the faultiness in his case, determined his release, right?
Wow.
Um,
How much time he do?
28 years.
Whew.
Yeah. And so in it, he had actually did 2 times more from my research,
His
more than the average person that would have
play
committed
guilty.
a crime similar, right?
Exactly.
It wasn't like it was any life taken is always wrong and bad, right?
Mhm.
um Families lose, but from my understanding from doing the research, that someone in the other side's family wanted him released
Oh, nice. Oh,
because of the circumstances of the case and what was going on in I guess throughout the case or whatever.
hmm.
They petitioned the court, agreed for his a release as well.
Okay, that's
And
good.
so from what I found out is that um it isn't a unanimous decision anymore, right? It
Hmm.
doesn't have to be all agree. It's just
Right.
majority agree.
Majority. Yeah, I think
So
it's always been like a
people
majority.
right, two people agreed and one person didn't.
Okay.
And so that's what he has to do, abide by the rules now of the commissioner.
Okay.
So he's still fighting for, even though he's released, he's still fighting for him to be like off of the ankle monitor and the
Supervision
halfway
stuff.
house and the, things like that.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that is nice. That is so nice. And you went and saw him for
Yeah, I
briefly?
went to see him, and
Oh, good.
it was really nice to see him. I'm not gonna speak his name or anything, but
Right.
it was really kind to see him. That just something is, just the embracement and just the childhood, because I haven't seen him since we were
I
kids,
know.
right?
Yeah.
And so just to see, someone that you care about or grow up with to be released after all that time and still be sane,
I
because when
know,
I was
right?
gone, that's all I prayed for, believe it or not.
Yes, Lord.
I prayed down for my
Yes.
health and my sanity, right?
Yes.
That
Yes.
is like your self sanity and independence is the most
Yes.
important thing that you could have, being released,
Yep.
doing the time and then being released,
Yes. Amen.
right?
Yep.
Health, sanity, and independence. And I
Hmm.
want that to the day I leave here, because
Yes.
nothing's worse than someone else taking care of you. God takes care
No.
of us on a daily basis, on a second basis, every second of
Yes.
life. And the things that people take for granted, I never took that for granted when I was gone.
Amen. Hmm.
And so just it's a blessing that, I know we have to get going. It was just a blessing that he was eh, he made it home.
Okay.
All his limbs still
Yes.
looked like a young man.
Okay.
Very, very articulate.
Oh,
You know
good.
what I'm saying?
What
So
was his first meal?
I didn't even get, that's like that 30 minutes, all you had was,
Oh
his
gosh.
lunch break, right?
Hmm.
And that's all I had to talk with him. But it was very, very touching, that satisfy him with the meal.
Okay, right. Okay,
I
because that's the
took
first
him,
thing you
I
be
took
having.
him,
Sometimes you
I
be writing a list of foods that you want to eat, you want to try. People sending you magazines and pictures of the food. Girl, look at this food. Look
right,
at that.
right.
I'm like, oh,
Your
my mouth
eyes,
watering.
yes,
Salivation.
Sade.
Like, I want that when I come home.
Sade, oh my God. And it was like, I was more excited than he was,
Okay,
right?
I bet.
I think he was excited and I think he was extremely happy, but he's composing himself.
Mm-hmm.
And when I pull up, I'm just regular. I'm like, over there. He's like, yeah, come over here, get in the parking lot. Like, he didn't
Okay.
want to walk across the street. He didn't want to cross the street. He's
Okay.
like, come over here. So I come over there. He's like, oh, you have to give me a hug, girl. Because, I'm just thinking regular, you know,
Yeah.
just come on, get in the car. So
Right.
I got out and I gave him a big hug. And then, we sat down and we were talking. And so we're going over, a lot of things that he wants to do. And I was just suggesting things for him and showing him different things. He can't have,
Yes.
he doesn't even get to have the luxury of the smartphone. He has to have the flip phone.
Oh my goodness.
Uh, I just remember, don't you remember that, Sade? It
Yes, the flip
was like
phone.
it was yesterday, like, dang. Like
Yeah.
I just want him to have it all his freedom, right? But I
Yes.
know, you know what he said? He said he was looking for her.
Oh.
He remembered you.
Uh
He
huh.
remembers everything. Like
Wow.
he's
Yeah, I
not
know the
there.
time.
He's like, yeah. And when we say things, he's
Uh huh.
like, oh yeah, yup. And it's like he's
Catching up.
not he's catching up. Yes. And so I hadn't seen him he's been home 4 months.
Okay.
And so other people seen him first. So me, spoiled. Like he called, and I started snapping. He said, hold it, I knew you was gonna get me. Hold on. And I'm yelling, literally screaming on him, right?
Okay.
But that's my homeboy. That's my people. Like I'm gonna be me.
Yes.
And he said, hold on,
Okay.
wait a minute.
Okay. Nina, wait a minute.
Yes, exactly. He's like, I just want to apologize. And I brought it all the way down. He
Okay.
said, I apologize. I am so sorry. He said, and you're right. I just wanted to tell you I had to go in my paperwork
In
and
five.
my phone book. I'm just getting all of this stuff because you know it's the hustle bustle of the halfway house. I'm just getting all this stuff, all my mail, all my belongings to go through and
Uh,
get your information, the things that we've talked about, all the stuff that I
yes,
promised you that I was going to do right and all that. You know, he's just going over his life, right?
yes,
And
yes.
he's like, I never forgot. I just was just things are going fast. I got to move when somebody else tells me to move. I got to catch a ride or catch, help when someone else is moving for I can't really do. And
Do what
so
what he want to do.
right, and I understood and I said, okay. So I was kind, I was calm. I said, all right. I you apologize. That's
Okay,
it.
you get this one. You can have this one this time.
Right, right. I said we gonna move on. We gonna move forward.
All
But
right.
it was just it's just a blessing that, we constantly bring up the fact that because that's what our podcast is about. And we constantly bring up the prison system because it has affected
A lot
our
of
lives like forever. Like, I sit and I talk to other cultures, they're like, I don't know anybody in prison. When somebody tells me that, I'm not gonna lie. I Other cultures tell me that, I'll
yeah,
be like, dang, I wonder what that life is like.
right. But they
Worst,
do have.
the worst stories that you guys hear is about, oh, my uncle was on drug, my auntie was an
Hmm.
alcoholic. It's it gets real in
It
our
gets
culture.
real. Yeah, it
It gets
does.
so real that we normalize that dumb shit. Like
Yeah,
I'm
it is.
speaking for cussing audience, but I'm just saying, like, we really think that that's a normalcy.
Yeah, it is. It's like okay, this person doing this, that person selling drugs. It's like normal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like and it feels good at the same time though when somebody black says, oh, I don't see
Oh no,
no
nobody. Right.
shit. I don't know
I know.
nobody that do that. I ain't seen nobody. I ain't got nobody that went to jail. I like hearing that.
Yes. Yeah.
Before I was weirded out by it, right? But
Hmm.
now I love hearing that because I
Yeah.
really want to hear those stories of, well, what was traumatic to you? Well, what was traumatizing?
Right. What's
What,
traumatizing? What
yeah,
traumatized you?
what was your normal life like?
Right.
And when you sit and you listen to it, you be like, well, shit, I'm glad I went with this over here.
Right.
I'm glad I saw the things that I saw and went through because I don't know if I could handle that over there. And you said that was
Yes, because
normal.
everybody's situation is different. You don't know which situation gonna have that breaking point for you where you go just go crazy. Because it's people. Like some of the friends that come from Africa. It's like, oh, we were shooting guns at 9 years old. We was in the war. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
we in our own war here. But that war there wasn't nothing nice. They was out there shooting
No,
back and forth,
no,
Yeah.
grenades and stuff.
no.
So it's like,
And you know what? It's so funny you say that. I met a guy that I used to work with, right? Me and him used to have really like deep conversations. He
mm-hmm.
was from the same part of Africa that French Montana's from.
uh, uh, Malay,
Yeah, something with an M, right?
Morocco,
That's
Morocco.
where he was from. And he said, hey, he said, that's nothing. When you see people getting shot on a corner and dead by, he said, that's
You walking over dead bodies and your
I said,
family has
that's
to
what
come
you
get you.
saw. He said he saw that, and he also saw the beauty of Africa or
Yeah,
Ethiopia. He saw the beauty of the jungle,
yeah.
the tropical islands and things. Like he
Stuff.
saw all of that. He didn't
Hmm.
see, like he said, he gets upset when people be like monkey or big stomachs and skinny
Oh,
bodies.
girl.
Like no,
I used to hear that as a little kid all the time.
yeah, he said that wasn't his normalcy.
Mm-mm.
But the normalcy of people getting killed or you say something you don't got no business, you
Oh,
get killed. He said, and he said well, he laughs. He used to laugh a lot. He
uh,
said because he was really into rap, and he's like, and I hate when the girls be like, eat my. He said because it's not ladylike over there.
no,
You
they
don't
don't do
say
it.
that. He said even if the men was doing it, he said they would not admit it.
No,
They would admit the sex and had a lot of girls, but They ain't
Not
talking
that.
about that they going down there. They not
No,
doing
they're not.
He said, oh, and definitely turn around your butt, kiss your butt, lick your butt. He said,
No, they don't.
It was funny to hear it, right?
Yeah.
It was funny to hear him say that because our normalcy, he got grown accustomed to be Americanized. He
Yeah.
was like, that he just look at girls like,
I know.
It's just not because over there he said the queen is covered and the head covered and like maybe he said the most they had just a little bit of cleavage showing, like a little bit of your chest showing, just a bit. He said just none of this, just this, right? That's it. He said, and that's just enough to wear like a charm or something, right? He said, but none of that, like get your nails done. He said the girls over there did their own nails and feet. Grandma, auntie, some cousin,
your hair,
their own hair and feet, right? Nails. He said the salons and stuff just getting Americanized now, and they love it. He said the beauty shops. He said the beauty shops over there line. He said now they go in and get a number. You just come back. He said the number might be tomorrow. If it's a good beautician.
Yeah.
And he said, and they all do it out their house. You don't have to pay extra money, business here, that. They just do it out their house.
Yeah.
He said, it's totally different. He said, but
totally different.
He said, but he do like the United States better because it's easier.
It is.
Right?
Yeah.
He couldn't go back. He said he go back to visit, but he said just to live if he had to, but he don't want to.
Right.
He said, but his kids, they go visit and come back. They ain't gonna go because he said he don't want to make them the point in life culturally is to upgrade. It's not to go backwards. You're supposed to go get them to bring them up here.
Yes.
You're not supposed to go be up here and go back.
Yeah, like my mama did. Be up here and go back.
I thought that's what a lot of them did. They make money for their families and then they get in that great financial because it's like cheaper to build down there.
Yeah.
Mansions and houses and water wells up the street and
go
back home.
That's the build for them to be comfortable over there.
Yeah.
Or if they choose to come over here, they will let them come over. But that's the ones that's over there. They don't want to come over here, so they build to make it better for them over there. They don't want to go over there
unless they older and want to retire there when they get older.
Yeah, because I have a business relationship. Our tax people, right?
Yeah.
They send over there.
Mm-hmm.
They send. And he said when he go over there, he been over here so long since the 1980. He I don't. And he in his 60s, late finna be 70 years old. He I don't know what my daughter wouldn't know nothing about that over there. I wouldn't do that to my poor child. We was laughing about it. He was like, she wouldn't even know how to handle herself.
Okay.
She would lose her mind worrying about America because she's from America, and this is what she's used to.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't even. He said, but his family over there, they don't want to leave. And he's like, okay, I'll send some money when I can then.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's our life. That's all I can say is live happily. Within.
Right. Within. You're right.
Surround yourself with positive people that care about you and you care about them.
Exactly.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
I know, right? Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in. Support our sponsors. You know who they are.
Yep.
We ain't got to pay again.
Okay. Check the comments.
All right. See you guys.